Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be doing a super relaxing art exercise. I think it's one of my favorites to date. It's a wet on wet block painting and the process is simple, but the results are absolutely beautiful. And just a quick reminder before we dive in, if you enjoy the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you have feedback, please leave a comment. I always love to hear what you have to say. And if you want to see more content like this or know someone who would, subscribe and share with a friend. It goes a long way in supporting the channel and I really appreciate it. Now on to the painting. For materials, you'll want 140-pound cold press watercolor paper, washi tape for framing, as well as for creating our blocks. You'll want to grab your favorite watercolor palette, as well as a gold watercolor if you have it. For my brush today, I'm going to be using a number 6 round brush. I also have a little spray bottle here to activate my pigments, as well as a couple of jars of water and a trusty paper towel. All right, to get started, I'm going to grab my washi tape and start laying down diagonal strips of tape. So notice I started with a little one in the corner there, and now I'm just going from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. I just kind of connect one corner to the side or go from side to side. There's not really a right or wrong way to do it. You're just going to end up making some cool shapes, mostly triangles and trapezoids. But I don't know, the crazier the better. Don't overthink it. But do ensure that they're secure and not loose anywhere. Those are our masking lines, and they're going to preserve our white space and make the edges of our painting really crisp. So once you've laid down your tape, spritz your palette with water to activate the pigments, then wet your brush and lay down some water in one of the blocks. Then take some color on your brush. I'm going to take this beautiful red here and I'm just tapping it onto the wet surface. And since the surface is already wet, that color just kind of permeates throughout the whole space. You've probably noticed that the yellow I'm adding in is doing the same thing. It's just sort of permeating throughout the entire space. And where it's meeting the red, we're getting a beautiful fiery orange. That's what I love about the wet on wet technique. With just a couple of colors and a really light touch, you get these soft organic color blends that are just really pretty. And if you're kind of stumped as to which colors would blend together well, a good place to start would be like warm colors. Like in my first little triangle there, I had red and yellow, and when they mixed, they created orange, and you've got this nice warm color palette. You could also use cool colors, so that would be your blues, purples, bluish greens. Those would all mix nicely together. Another approach would be to play with contrast. So you could do a really light or bright color with a really dark color, like the one I just did. It has that really bright orange and that dark purpley maroon color. You could also do opposing colors on the color wheel. So that would be red and green, yellow and purple, or blue and orange. But one little tip to keep in mind is that because we are working in smaller sections, you probably don't want to use more than 2 or 3 colors per section. Any more than that, and things might start to get a little muddy. So to keep everything bright and luminous, stick to 2 or 3. And with that, I'm going to let the music take over for a bit. I will check in again when it's time for the next step. All right, so once you've got all of your blocks filled in, you're gonna just walk away and let it dry. You want it to dry completely before I move on to the next step. But once your piece is dry to the touch, like mine is now, we're going to move on to some simple splatter. So all you need to do is spritz some gold watercolor, let it activate, load your brush with water and the metallic, and tap your brush over the paper. You'll get these beautiful gold speckles. I think they look kind of like stars, and you're looking at like a bunch of tiny galaxies. I love it. I'm here for it. But it got me thinking you could do all kinds of things with this block structure. You could paint a bunch of tiny little scenes. You could play with gradients and glazing. You could do all kinds of things. So if you have an idea you want to share, leave it in the comments. I would love to know. Now, once your speckles are dry, you can go ahead and remove the tape. And I was going to try to do a super relaxing, super satisfying tape pull. Um, that didn't happen because I crisscrossed a lot of them and I couldn't quite see which one was on top of the other. So sorry, this isn't as, smooth as I would have liked, but the end result is still really beautiful. It's so satisfying to see those crisp, clean white lines at the end of the project. So once you've got all of your tape removed, all that's left to do is just sit back and soak in your masterpiece. I hope you enjoyed this project. I know I've found a new favorite. I'll probably be doing a lot more of these, and I'll certainly let you know if there are any we should paint together. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much for creating with me today. Until next time, take care.